Hi, welcome to Talk of the Town. My name is Mo.
And I am Tom.
And this is our holiday show.
It is.
I see you went all out on decorations.
Isn't that great? I love the ball. The ball is the
I
great
know.
touch.
Charlie Brown, you know, that is such an iconic tree.
It is.
I love that tree, actually. It makes me very happy. But I don't see too many other decorations around here.
No.
Is there something wrong with our budget?
Being a little conservative here with our Christmas decorations.
We still don't have sponsors, and
yes.
we have no budget. What else? What else?
Mo, come on. One step at a time.
Oh,
one step at a time.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mo, I got some headlines. Are you ready for some news?
Yes, real news.
Oh,
Not
every
just-
time. What? Yes.
Not just news that I hear on the street.
Do I ever give anything else?
Talk of the town news.
Talk of the town
I like
news.
it. Yes, I'm very ready for that.
All right, here we go.
Excellent.
It is time for Tot Headlines, the news of today, presented to you all month long. We start with pictures of a celebrity in Hastings that have gone viral, Mo. The legendary Dolly Parton has been seen all over town as part of a United Way campaign. She's bringing attention to their Imagination Library program. Take a look here, where local kids can sign up for free books that are mailed to them every month. The United Way was encouraging businesses to take pictures with Dolly and post online. And they did some fun ones here. Here's Smead Manufacturing staff doing a 9 to 5 movie theme. Pretty cool, huh?
That's fabulous, actually.
That's a good idea, huh?
Wow.
That was a good movie, too. Evans Manufacturing put Dolly to work with a headset and everything.
Darling.
And then she hopped over to the Y for a good workout and greeted members at the front desk.
She's not dressed appropriately.
You don't think so?
No.
She's one. I think she can pull it off, though.
Yeah, totally.
Then there came some other pictures. Apparently, after all the work, Dolly needed to let loose. She was spotted at Las Margaritas with the Evans Manufacturing crew, and where Dolly even met that Dos Equis guy there. Sounds like they hit it off. And then later on, she was spotted at the Coliseum Sports Bar off Vermilion Street.
Wow.
Yes. Witnesses say she was having a great time. She was having a good time, even singing a little karaoke. Sober witnesses say she didn't sing anything. She was just a cardboard cutout. I think I'll take the sober witnesses' account on that.
She's a ringer in karaoke.
Yes. United Way said, though, that Dolly handled herself like a lady.
Yeah.
And she is just fine. Someone gave her a couch to sleep on, and so she made it home the next day. So all is good. Dolly is home safe. She had a great time in Hastings, though, apparently.
It looks like she snacked a little when she got home.
Yeah.
That's always what I like to do when I get home late at night, which is about 7:30.
And I did not picture her as a Miller High Life girl, but she's a Miller High Life girl, apparently.
No, that's all they were offering, apparently. The good stuff was already gone.
Moving along here. Finally, it is a big year of change for Project Share. The annual Radiothon fundraiser at First National Bank will end its run at 44 years. Big headline this year. The bank's new location off Highway 55 it apparently isn't conducive to host it, so the bank and KDWA decided to call it off.
Ooh.
I know,
seriously. I'm so sad about it.
However, the Project Share name will continue with its beneficiary, Hastings Family Service, and they've already adopted the Project Share as their name of the Holiday Assistance Program. And they will also host multiple Project Share events to replace the Radiothon. So all of that's good.
They can't ever replace it, though.
No, you're
Sorry.
right. And it gets better. For those who will miss the event at the bank, there is a fix. You can still have the traditional Project Share with the new Project Share board game. You take turns rolling the dice.
Okay.
You move around the bank, collect cookies, sing carols, and you try and get into the vault, I guess, is the whole
Did they
objective.
approve this game?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm
Doesn't
guessing
matter.
not, though.
Yeah.
But you do have to watch out. Apparently, you have to watch out for Mo's neighborhood kids. Your kids, apparently, they will eat your cookies and send you backwards.
There's some hooligans in that group,
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I don't trust those kids. Also, stay away from Dan or Santa in this game. Apparently, if you get stuck talking to Dan at the microphone, or you catch Santa coming out of the bathroom, that sends you all the way back to the beginning. So,
Do you know, that is truly, that's just been a great tradition.
It has.
And the Radiothon is something that I will cherish, and I know people loved seeing it on cable TV too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens. Maybe
Yes,
we can work
no,
something out.
there's no question in my mind it'll be back in some form.
Yes. But in the meantime, you folks, it's on
The
eBay.
board game.
The board game, Product Share board game on eBay for $6. $6. Can you believe that? I think it's going to catch fire. Might be literally, but it's going to catch fire. All right, so there you go. Those are the headlines for
thank you.
the Todd headlines for today and throughout the month.
We will be right back.
Season's greetings, Hastings. Amy Sutton here in the Hastings Family Service North Pole. Project Share is a community tradition that has supported Hastings Family Service for 45 years. Thanks to KDWA, Smead Manufacturing, First National Bank, and countless volunteers. And this year, Project Share is the name of the entire Holiday Assistance Program at Hastings Family Service. So please go to our website at hastingsfamilyservice.org to find out how you can help a family this holiday season. You can adopt a family, donate a holiday meal, or see the events that are coming in December. Merry Christmas, and thank you.
Welcome back, and we are going to go right to Oak Ridge Manor, where we had some fun there, didn't we?
We did. We had a bizarre time.
We did have, well, you did. I had more fun.
All right, folks, yes, this is a big deal. And you know who is a big deal? Mo here. Look at this.
This is so exciting. We're at the Holiday Bazaar.
And look whose name is at the top of that flyer. Look at that.
Does anyone have a ballpoint pen? I'll put your name right here.
That's better. That looks much better.
Al, come talk to us. Al, what's your title?
Mr. Wonderful.
We are here with Al Reesberg, who is the property manager of Oak Ridge Senior Housing. You're also known as Mr. Wonderful.
Oh, on a rare occasion.
What is the talk of the town here?
I think today it's the bright Saturday at the bazaar. Forget Black Friday and stop up and do that holiday shopping at the Oak Ridge Bazaar. There's a balloon here for this guy.
I love it. Sir, young man, come over here. Do you, what?
Mo has that kind of effect.
I still got it.
So tell me, what do you have? What is your job here? What are you doing?
Selling raffle tickets.
What is the talk of the town?
I don't know. I don't.
Hey, friends, tell us what is the talk of the town at the hot dog stand today?
Fresh hot dogs made in Minneapolis, Ambassador hot dogs. Buns are made at Cub Foods.
I understand, though, you are really all over this snowblower right here.
Yep. She told me to bid low, not too high. So I did 65, but I might go higher.
I might have to get on that.
Oh, no, you don't.
I just have to. I don't know. I think I'm going to bump it up a little bit here. Let's add some zeros on that. There we go.
And tell us, what is the talk of the town today?
My jewelry, what else?
Oh, your jewelry is lovely. Now, where does it come from, please?
Oh, I just buy it at auctions.
Is that lucrative for you?
Gives me something to do.
So this was all full of baked goodies.
This is the first year we've had a second table of baked goods.
And they're just about gone.
Just about gone.
What's this money going to go towards? Could it possibly go towards my next birthday party that we could have here at Oak Ridge?
I think so.
Well, what if I buy a plate of cookies? And if I got a plate of cookies? I'll tell you what, I didn't bring any cash with me, but you know what? I can write it's just as good as cash. Yes, an IOU on a nice clean paper towel. How much is it for the rest of those baked goods there? $6 for everything? All right. Boy, I'm really going into debt here at Oak Ridge. I already owe $1 million on a snowblower. You guys could take this to Taco Bell, wherever. They'll take it. Look at this. They're really giving me this. All right. What is the talk of the town?
Oh, that I don't.
You ladies look like the ladies that would know the talk of the town. All the rumors, all the stuff that goes on in Hastings. We know there's a lot that goes on. So what is the talk of the town?
Respect everybody's independence, so we don't have any talk of the town.
Maybe you can open up over here?
Well, I don't know. I don't like to tell anything. You'd probably drag me into court and I'd have to testify.
Get back, you did not pay that lady. You didn't pay her.
I owe you. So what is?
You did.
I owe you, Mo. heal quick. Boy, Mike, you got a tough job, don't you?
Yeah, he does so.
So as promised, that was the bazaar time, right?
Yes, it actually was. I loved it. It's a great event. It was very fun to be there. But this, you know what? If you think this is fun, wait until you see who our guest is today.
Oh, yes.
We want to say welcome to Lin Warren.
Hello. Lin, hi. 30 years, we were just talking, 30 years vocal music instructor here at the high school. Has it seemed like 30 years for you?
Not really.
No?
I really love what I do, and we're just blessed to be in this community, and I love teaching here, and so.
Well, we're so happy that you're here. You know, I got to tell you that the music program in Hastings High School is renowned, and I'm going to say it's renowned across the United States, and your show choirs are just phenomenal. What's the secret? I mean, how did you do
first of
that?
all, we have really talented students to work with. You know, if you didn't have that talent pool, we couldn't kind of achieve the things we have. And there's just a real emphasis on quality music. And it starts with our curricular choirs that we rehearse on a day-to-day basis. And then the show choirs and vocal jazz ensemble are an outgrowth of that training that they get on a day-to-day basis.
Well, I was just going to ask, how much of a day-to-day basis, what kind of schedule are the choir and you on? How many hours do they practice, that sort of thing?
Well, we have 6 choirs that rehearse during the day. So of the 7th hours, you know, we have 6 choirs during those times. I don't direct them all myself. Sure. I'm really fortunate to have 2 great colleagues, Kathleen Hansen and Tatum Malin.
Wonderful.
And we kind of split the 6 up and have 2 that we do on a day-to-day basis.
Right.
And then on the hours that we don't have rehearsals, we're teaching voice lessons.
Okay.
That's the other key to the success.
You know, I think so, because when I was in high school, they didn't have the vocal lesson piece. And we had choirs, of course, but it wasn't like the band program where you got out of school to go to a band lesson.
And you had logs for xylophones and rocks
Really?
for the drums, right?
Really? Yes. And I came to school with a potato to stay warm. I don't know.
It's uphill both ways, that kind of thing.
He's so young. He's so young. He could be our children or our child.
I know.
Well, this child has another question.
What is it?
So you've been a vocal music instructor for 30 years, so you must like a little something about music. How did music come into your life? Is this something that you've known since you were a little boy?
Actually, yes. When I was 4, I went to my grandma's house, and she had one of those old upright pianos, and I just sat down and I was messing around on it, and I could plunk out, you know, melodies and things just from hearing them. And so my grandma started me on piano lessons, and that lasted about a year, and then I kind of moved past what she knew. And so then I started studying privately. So that was my first.
Unbelievable.
And so then I studied piano all the way through college. I was a piano major.
Wow.
And then realized I was going to be a professional accompanist. That's what I wanted to do. But I always accompanied the choirs.
Right.
So I rarely got to sing in them unless it was a cappella. And so I quickly.
Without any sort of accompaniment.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mo. Yes. I am a non-musician here. I did play a little baritone in high school, I will say. I was in band. I was in band, but I did not sing.
We're talking choir here.
Okay,
sorry. So, so how did you then jump to become a director?
Well, I was working with a lot of soloists as their accompanist and doing sectionals and teaching everyone their notes. I thought, I can do this. And I also didn't want to be stuck in a practice room my whole life, because I'm a pretty social person and more of an extrovert. And so I thought, well, maybe I'll do the choir thing. And so then I started taking voice lessons, and here I am today.
You know, I don't know that I've ever heard you sing. Do you sing out?
I am not a soloist.
Okay, you enjoy the ensemble piece.
Right, and I really feel comfortable teaching voice lessons.
Right.
I'm just not, I'm not a soloist.
Okay. And then one of our favorite holiday traditions, of course, is the massive choir concert that you give always in December. Can you tell us about that?
Well, this year it's later than it normally is.
Okay.
It's on December 20th. It's a Saturday.
Yes.
And there's actually a change to the schedule. We were going to just do one of them at 3 o'clock. And because we were finding, because it was so close to Christmas, you know, there's family events and everything, and normally we did like a 4 and a 7:30. But there was just so many conflicts that we decided to go with a 3 o'clock only.
Right.
However, there were a lot of parents that had knew there was going to be relatives in town, and it's more of a community event in addition to be a choir concert.
It is.
People come yearly, just like the St. Olaf and Luther and Gustavus and all those. And so we wanted to make sure that it's a gift to the community. So we wanted to make sure there was a place for everyone to sit. So we have changed it now to 2 concerts again, 2 o'clock and 4:30. So we're keeping them in the afternoon.
Perfect.
Which is good. And then there's time for family events and parties and that kind of thing.
It's fabulous.
One thing I noticed when I first started working here, and I'll say admired right away, is the song selection in that concert. You know, in this day and age of this movement of going more politically correct, you know, they don't call them Halloween parties anymore in schools. It's a fall festival, that kind of thing. I've noticed that you've kept religious songs, popular religious songs within the concert. And I was curious to hear from you, is that something that you've ever had any backlash from or have you ever questioned whether to continue with those songs?
Have I ever questioned it?
Yeah.
Of course, you know, because I go to conferences all the time. My colleagues are struggling with this, but we're really blessed to be in a community where there's a lot of different traditions.
Right.
Yeah.
So we try to encompass all those traditions in our holiday concert. Certainly we have sacred pieces, you know, very traditional carols. But the same token we have Hebrew pieces to celebrate the Jewish tradition and some of those things.
So have you had any backlash from or comments?
Never.
From
Never.
Oh,
Never.
good.
Well, there you go.
And,
Knock on.
Yes.
Well, what are you trying to imply there?
Honestly, I think it's because if we just did a straight, you know, Christmas concert, we might have some issues, but this is a really religious community.
It is, yes.
And so, again, we're really blessed. There's a lot of schools, they can't do anything.
You find that from some of your colleagues? You hear that? Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
That's interesting.
That is interesting, yeah.
Well, are you ready for some top 5 questions, Lynn? We're going to dig a little deeper.
Da,
here.
da, 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 da.
Are you ready?
I think
Here we go.
are.
Ooh. Oh, yes.
Mood lighting.
Mood lighting. All right. Here we go. If you had to name one, and only one, who is the most talented singer that you ever saw come through Hastings High School?
In 30 years?
In 30 years.
Oh, my goodness. Oh. I mean, there are so many,
Of course.
you know,
Yeah.
and
That's a
that
hard
have been featured at the gala events for the foundation.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But to pick one is really tough, but I'd probably have to go with Ben Utek.
Oh. Yeah.
Primarily because he's so multifaceted, and you know he's just done. He's kind of on the national scene. But I can go back years. There's just people that are performing in New York, and
Yeah.
so. But probably Ben because just of he's kind of been thrust into the music business right now,
Right,
and that's his
right.
big thing.
Right.
You know.
Fabulous.
That's a good pick. He's a good singer.
He is, and I have a question. It's about music, of course. If you had to pick your favorite song that really embodies the holiday season for you, what would it be and why?
Well, I wouldn't have said this 5 years ago,
Okay.
but we end every holiday
Oh,
concert.
if you're going to say peace.
Peace, peace.
It's the most beautiful song.
It is so
Tears
simple.
every year.
Every year, and one year we tried to just mix it up a little bit and change it up. I had almost mutiny. I had emails and people just really angry. So
Because you
like,
didn't end with that? Yeah.
We actually didn't. Ultimately,
at all.
we started rehearsing something else, and then word got back to parents, and they're like, "What's going on?" So people just like tradition, and it's an easy learn, but it's just beautiful.
And it's beautiful how you get the, it's at the end of every concert, it's a descant to Silent Night, and the audience sings along. So that's wonderful. I agree with you.
I'm going to go the other end of the spectrum here. And so I ask you to be honest here, Lynn. Have you ever had a student that was maybe not the greatest singer, and have you ever then convinced them to maybe try something else? Have you ever come across that situation? Or
Actually, not. I mean, if it had to do with singing, we just work with all types. There's a choir for everyone at Hastings.
That's so sweet that you say that. There really is.
Now, when it gets to behavior, if they're interrupting a rehearsal where everyone else wants to get stuff done, that's another thing. But singing ability, we find a place for everyone that wants to sing.
Great.
That's so nice. I have a question for you. I know you have a wonderful wife, Kathy, who is very talented musically as well. Your 2 boys. What is your favorite holiday tradition? And did it ever revolve around? do you ever sit around and sing Christmas carols together?
Absolutely not.
Oh, you do?
Just because I'm so immersed in it. And the kids ask me, like, what do you listen to on the radio in your car? I'm like,
Lin Warren.
talk radio.
Oh, really?
Talk of the town or KDW. Hey, you know, you bet. No, it's just.
Absolutely not. Huh, okay.
And I know, I mean, it's not that I dislike music, it's just, it's my whole life, all day.
All right, final question. Everyone has their song or two that they rely on when it comes to karaoke. I'm curious on what yours.
Not him, apparently. Look
Yeah,
at
I know you said you're not a soloist, but I gotta believe that at one time that you have stood up on stage and sang karaoke.
Never.
Never.
If I'm ever
Wow.
someplace they're doing karaoke,
What do you do?
I go, either I leave
You do?
or hide in the back because it was like, Lin Warren, let's hear you. I'm like, no way.
Well, congratulations. You made it through the top 5. Thank you very much for coming in here, Lynn, and sharing your honest answers on all those questions.
And Lin Warren, I got to go out on a limb. You are such a wonderful, humble man, but thank you for all you do. You have created something very special in Hastings, and it's going to continue on this tradition no matter when you retire. So congratulations to you, and we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday season, and thank you.
Great.
Thanks
you
for coming in.
All right. When we come back, we are going to cook it up. Mo here has another recipe for you, and we have a special guest that will be joining us for our What a Crock segment. So stay with us.
Hi, I'm Lee Stoffel, a Hastings resident and mom of 3 boys. Did you know that the United Way of Hastings partners with Dolly Parton's Imagination Library to donate hundreds of books to kids in our school district? I've had 2 kids already graduate from the program, and my little guy is receiving them now. I love how it fosters a love of reading in them at such an early age. They also love getting something special in the mail each month, right guys? Yep. You can sign your child up to get these great books too. If you live in the Hastings School District, your child can receive these books from the United Way of Hastings beginning at the time of their birth until their 5th birthday. Go to www.unitedwayofhastings.org and register your child today.
Well, this is my favorite part of the show.
Mine too.
It's called
What a Crock.
And this is going to be very exciting.
Yeah, very exciting. And it's going to be
Yes.
extra exciting today, Mo, because I have a special guest that's going to join us.
You do?
Yes. You may recognize her.
Oh, I do. Hello to you, Dolly. Now, you do know that women, this is not how they're built normally. You know, I'm just saying that out loud. Hello to you. Well, I hope she likes a holiday dinner because that's what we're having. Well, I tell you what, we are going to make, with the holiday season, we're actually going to be making a quick crock pot turkey and dressing dinner, all in one crock pot. And you know, it's a small thing. So let's say maybe you are not going to a big gathering and it's just going to be a small intimate family, like perhaps you and the kids or something. This would be something that would be just great. It would fill your house with a wonderful smell, and it's easy, easy, easy.
Let's do it.
So I gotta say, look at this. A nice viewer sent me something and told me about these liners.
Nice.
Isn't that nice? So this is a liner. So go ahead. It's not a bonnet. You put put
Not
it right
in here. Okay.
Yeah, put it in here.
Little
So we're
crock
gonna
pot
line our
protection.
crock pot.
Nice.
Yes. We're practicing safe crock potting.
Safe crock
Yes,
potting here.
okay. This is about 1 cup, so we're going to
Okay.
put in half a cup, which would be about half of this,
All right.
please. So
I
that's
can do
sour
that.
cream. Go
Half
ahead and
of
put
that.
that in. And
I'm
then
going to pick this half. That looks like a good
that
half.
looks like a great half. And then we're going to put in actually a whole thing of cream of mushroom soup. Careful,
Oops,
careful,
sorry,
careful.
yeah.
That's good. You're good. Oh,
All right.
yes, it's so dangerous when you
That's a good
actually have
half.
tools. Now this, we take whole cranberries, and
Okay.
I actually just did the cranberry sauce. Look at how easy this is. So throw the, probably
thing?
again, I don't think
Or
a
half?
whole thing. Let's do about half of that.
All right. I'm on a
Half
streak
of
with
that.
this half stuff.
Yes, you are. You're
There you
very
go.
good
Look
at
at
it.
that. Uh-huh.
Okay, now swish that around. Now you know I can't go do a recipe without some garlic. Now you could really jazz this up.
I love
You
garlic.
could-
Garlic's
well,
good.
excellent, good. Now this is the important part. We take a little turkey breast. I just got a 3-pound turkey breast.
Nice.
Yes, I'm going to flop it in. Whoop,
nice.
On top of that mixture. This is just one package of dressing. Again, it's already done. Clip this open, throw that on top.
Let's do it.
Please and thank you. And then, okay, look at how easy this is. You and I are doing this in,
bam.
Yep, there you go, bam, there you go. Now, because we don't have time to fry onions, we're just gonna get, it says fried onions on there. This has got to work. So we're just gonna,
the French can fry
we're gonna
onions.
throw some of those in there as well. Ooh, mother load. Do you ever eat these just normal? Yum. Anyway, so this is it.
Oh, good.
So now, and then we forgot, we were gonna add some water.
I didn't touch the raw turkey, I hope no.
We're gonna add some water to this. When are we going to get some real, when am I going to get a cooking studio? Dolly,
someday.
Seriously, this is like working at a bachelor.
Dolly, you got money. Maybe you can help out a little bit.
Like a bachelor pad. So we're going to put about, I don't know, maybe not too much water, but that's probably good. Okay, see, we're just coating it. Now, let's put it in the crock pot.
All right, safely.
Safely put it in the crock pot. And we are going to let this cook for a good, oh gosh, maybe 6 or 7 hours on low, or maybe 4 or 5 hours on high.
Again, that's a long time, Mo.
That's a long time, but you know what? That's the whole recipe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, what a crock. What a crock. I gotta wait yet again for more good food.
Well, but you know what? This
which we do actually eat. Mike was
this-
asking, do you guys actually eat that stuff? We do eat it. It's good.
We do. Well, I'm so glad. Anyway, that's it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. And
have a happy holidays, and don't forget to check out the concert, holiday concert with the Hastings High School that Mr. Lin Warren directs, and also Imagination Library with Dolly Parton here. Go to unitedwayofhastings.org, and you can get more information on the program or donate, all that fun stuff.
Wonderful. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yes. See you next time. Excuse the noise. Sorry. I'm sorry for the noise. I'm so apologize right now.
She was holding her ears.
There's some people over here that are like,
wow.
We got about half the people at Oak Ridge going,